Every time Gashagago has a rally or an engagement of any kind in enemy territory, he finds Mungiki, police, and other goons waiting. And I usually wonder, how do these people know Gashagago's itinerary? Have they tapped his phones? Have they planted a mole in his team? Well, as far as I'm concerned, there is a traitor in Gashagago's camp. And guess who has confirmed it? None other than the majority whip, Sylvanus Osoro. Here's the tip.
Can swear, leo hapa nimeketi hapa before God. There were 3 attempts by MPs to collect signatures against Rigiji, and they were all stopped by the president.
Okay.
Moja ilifanywa na Didmas Baraza kutoka Western. Alikuwa ameanza kuleta. Wa kwanza, ngine sitasema kwa sababu saa hii yako na yeye.
Okay.
Huyo mbunge. Alafu sasa hii ya mwisho. Hii ya Mtuse. Now, let me tell you. The speed to which signatures zilikolektiwa, everybody alikuwa natamani. Region ya kwanza yenye ilikimbia mbio kusign signatures ni region ya our northern Kenya brothers. Why? Publicly alienda akaandamine Nurdin Haji. Publicly akaenda kwa Isli akasema not Isli, Kamkunji. Akaongea akaadress watu na Kikuyu, sisi wengine tunasikia. Akaambia watu yenye mnaruhusu watu wamekuja kujaa hii town. All of us nini. You don't say that. You're a leader. You can, it is your line of thought, but don't say it. So watu walisema this is the guy tunataka kumtoa. So bunge wa Mlima pia wenye walienda kusign kabla mjawa threaten. Any leader mwenye akikupigia kukose kwa simu, pengine ulikuwa meeting nini. Next day anaenda constituency yako na opponent wako, especially wa Mlima. Na alikuwa anambia wewe ni former MP wewe. Hii kiti uko hapa miaka 5. Alikuwa anambia Kagiri Jane. Wewe tutarudisha Waruguru. Aliambia wabunge wengi wa Mlima hivyo. Wewe hatukutaki. So when they got an opportunity, kama unataka kuniua, nikipata opportunity nikumalize. Because wewe ndio unataka. So
if somebody all along wanted to bring an impeachment motion against Rigathi Gachagua and they failed to do so, they couldn't succeed. And then a few months later, they are part of Gachaga's camp. That in and of itself is exactly what the definition of a mole is. So who could this mole be? Is it Gathoni wa Mushomba? Is it Ngongoyo? Is it Jane Kihara? Because this is a very scary place to be. Reason being, if Osoro is right, then that means that Gachagua is moving around with a traitor and he isn't aware. And if Osoro is wrong, then he would have successfully sown division in the Wamunyoro camp. Because now they'll start looking at each other suspiciously. Are you the mole? Are you the mole? Yet it was just Osoro playing mind games all along and trying to get the team to scatter in several directions, similar to what the devil does on a daily. This reminds me of the Cambridge 5, the greatest moles to ever exist in the history of mankind. Let me just walk you through real quick. So the Cambridge 5 were a ring of spies in the United Kingdom that passed information to the then Soviet Union, which we now know as the Republic of Russia. And mind you, this was during the Second World War and the Cold War, a very crucial time in history when information was very sacred. Now, of course, the 5 lads I'm talking about is Donald MacLean, Guy Burgess, Kim Philby, and the other 2 whose name I can't really remember, but they were recruited as KGB agents during their time in Cambridge University. And get this, they went on to rise to high levels in the British government. So if the British Army was planning an incursion, these KGB agents, who are actually British themselves, but they've been indoctrinated into communism, they would pass the information to the Soviet Union. I wonder how many lives were lost as a result of these 5 traitors. So long story short, if Rigiji continues to tolerate moles, they will rise very high in his new political party. Some could become secretary generals, others could become deputy party leaders, or even national chairs. The risk is just too great. Let them start quoting Sylvanus Osoro to give up the person's name. Even if ni kumnunulia konyagi ndio afungue mdomo, so be it. They need that information or they will soon be finished. Because ask yourself, what if this mole is the one who is going to plan Gachagua'S assassination? Anakaa kwa high level meeting, wamepanga kesho watakuwa Laikipia. Wataanza constituency flani, kanisa flani. They pass that information to a rogue police unit or a rogue covert unit. Gari inapiga kona alafu a 50 caliber bullet inapita windscreen. Even an armored vehicle can't stop that. That is the cost of having traitors amongst you. It is a very big cost that cannot be taken lightly. Anaweza wapeana mmoja wenu auawe, ama hata yeye mwenyewe anaweza jitumia kuhakikisha mmoja wenu ameuawa. There can be a meeting na unaekewa kitu, unakunywa chai hivi na uliekewa kitu hapo ndani. and the level of biochemical warfare that is there today. There are drugs where you can be poisoned today and die a week later. That increases the number of people who can be suspected. You'll never get to know who did it. In fact, when they are reviewing, they will start with the people who you were in contact with 24 hours before. If your wife alikuletea chai and it is on CCTV, itasemekana yeye ndo alikuua. And it started a week earlier. This is not a joke. Gashagwa camp, do the research. Who is this MP who wanted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua and now is in Rigathi Gachagua'S camp? Osoro ametufanyia kazi mzuri sana hapo, ameongea. You know, when people get comfortable na wanashiba, wanaongea zaidi ya ile wanastahili kuongea. So this is big intel from Sylvanus Osoro. Do the research. Once you know who the person is, musimfukuze. Siasa is all about numbers. But keep critical information away from this person and never trust them. Not with leadership, not with information. Anywho, at the end of the day, guys, that's just my take. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below. Who do you think the mole is? Who's the MP who wanted to impeach Gachagua and is now moving around with him pretending to be part of the Wamunyoro FC? Do drop me your comments. I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. In the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.